from my other video, if you guys are just now tuning in, my name is Al Lupina. And I worked at this steel mill for about 5 years. And it was a place where men were really men. You had to walk, act like a man. And this is one of those stories. So it was the coldest day of winter. This guy named Smitty, and I forget the other gentleman's name. I forget what his name was, but we'll call him X. X and Smitty had an argument. Now remember how I told you, you don't call HR. There ain't no such thing as HR. And I worked third shift. And I think this argument had taken place back in September, October. I don't remember what they were arguing about, but it was serious enough to them that they meant business. So Smitty told X, I'm gonna get you. Don't know when, don't know where, but I'm gonna get you. And he waited 5-6 months. And we all had radios at our machines. Now, remember how I told you about the sheet metal and things? Well, we had these, what we call burners. And a burner could, we had a plasma cutter that cut, it only had one head, and it would fire this little laser and cut thinner material out. We also had burners that have from 5 torches that would cut through metal and cut these little parts out in this program that you put into the machine. Up to 12 burners. Same concept. Well, Smitty was on the plasma cutter this night. X was in the back. He was way in the back of the warehouse. I think he was cutting some of that 16-inch stuff that I told you about. And on the radio, you know, everyone's jamming. We worked 7 days a week at that time, and it was 12 hours a day. And then every once in a while, we would work 12 hours a day, and then we would have to clean out these bins where the metal slag falls in, and that was a 16-hour day. We'd shut down the shop. It took about 8 hours to do that. But I digress. I'm getting off. Song comes on the radio. Smitty's jamming. He is dancing. He is happy as hell because he just heard the weatherman say it's going to be the coldest night tonight. So he said, yeah, now it's time to go ahead and get this young boy. What Smitty did was, every hour, he got a pitcher of water and he poured it all over this X's car. And then he put paper on the windshield. And then he would go out every hour and pour it all on the locks, all on the seams. And he waited. So the horn goes off and the roach coach comes. I don't know if you know what the roach coach comes, but not roach coach comes, but what a roach coach is, I don't even know if they have them anymore, but that was the first food truck that you ever really heard about, was this roach coach. And they would serve sandwiches, breakfast and like deli sandwiches. They'd have coffee, they'd have Mountain Dew, they'd have these little sausage and biscuits. They'd have everything, but they come up, they blow their horn, all the workers come out. This roach coach. So the roach coach comes out, and we get our food. We go back in, because that means we have 1 more hour after the roach coach comes. Everybody goes in. After the shift ends, the whistle blows, we punch out. We wash our hands and our arms, because you're just black. You're just black all over. It's in your nose. It's everywhere. We go to our vehicles, start them up, we leave. Smitty goes and parks by this guy. Hey, X, you good? X, yeah, I'm all right. I'll see you guys tonight. Yeah, see you tonight. So no one knew what Smitty had done. The next night is when X comes in and tells us the story. And Smitty tells us the story. Now he poured water all over the car. But it took X 4.5 hours to get in his car. Now you work third shift, you're tired, you're dog tired. Nobody could help him. He was figuring out ways to chip off this ice without busting his windshield. He couldn't necessarily put hot water on it, because that would bust some stuff up. Just crazy. That's one thing that happened. Second thing was, another guy, him and this other guy got into an argument, and they decided that it wasn't over. So they had gone out, they had went out back on lunch hour, took care of their business, came back in, had lunch, we all went to work. The guy who lost wanted some get back, but he didn't want to get lumped up again. So what he did was, this is summertime, he took chicken liver and he put it under the mat of the gentleman's car, because for some reason the guy left his car open. So he put this chicken liver under there, $1.27 little tub of chicken liver, put it all under his mat, the front and the back. About 2 weeks later, this guy is coming in, he's telling us, man, I don't know what happened to my car, but it is stinking. What do you mean it's stinking? It smells really bad. It smells like somebody died in there. Well, when you take chicken liver, meat like that, and you put it under the mats, and that heat gets to it, it's pure funk. We went out, you'll never get that smell out, ever. You can bleach it, you can do whatever you want, you're not getting that smell out. He ended up having to sell the car. Eventually, he found it. That showed us he doesn't clean out his car. He was not a very clean person anyway, but he doesn't clean out his car. Not telling you guys how to do anything, but chicken liver is a wonderful, wonderful get back. There's not a lot of people clean their cars. Throw it under that mat, but you have to do it in summertime. That stuff will permeate. That smell is disgusting, and they'll end up having to probably sell that car, because it gets down in the mat. You know those little grooves under the mat? Smashes down on that, and then you got your feet and everybody who's getting in there, and they pressing down on that as well. Perfect story for when I'm driving to go to a field hockey game. Yeah, those are two of the incidents without too much violence that we would do to each other to get back. And you had to, couldn't run tell mommy, daddy wasn't there, HR was a definite no-no, and either you got lumped up or you got your get back. But again, we were all family, so you'd be upset, but you kind of got over. With that, I hope you guys have a great evening. Big Unc is about to go run this game and blow the whistle on some of these young ladies. And I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, don't forget, little thummy thing. Go ahead and hit that, or the one that's down. Either way, share and subscribe if you would for me. I really appreciate it. And with that, Big Unc's out.